Hey guys, Corey with iReviewGear.com. Just out here doing a little bit of shed hunting, and I want to take some time here to talk to you about these Schnees granite boots that I've been wearing out here on this adventure I'm on. As you can see, it's been a pretty successful trip for us. We've been having a pretty good time out here. Anyhow, I got this Schnees granite boot, and man, I gotta tell you, I just really like this thing. I had the opportunity to test out the Schnees Beartooth last year, and I loved that boot, and I jumped on the opportunity to test out another one from a great company. And I got the same attitude towards this boot as I did the others. Just a fantastic boot. So we'll kind of go through a couple things here. We'll start at the bottom and work our way inside the boot here. First thing to talk about is this Vibram sole on the bottom here. So just a great sole. Vibram soles have been doing the boot world justice for a long time here, and so it's no different with this set of boots. The one difference that you're going to see, though, and a kind of a unique thing to the Schnees company, is that they actually worked with Vibram to come up with a different type of rubber for this Vibram sole, for their boot. And the idea behind that was to get a little bit softer rubber that was going to keep the grip. You know, when the boots get cold, they have a tendency to get stiff, and then they lose their grip. And you also lose durability with the boot because you're going to lose little chunks of rubber as they're cold and they chip off on the basalt or the granite rocks that you're running over. So to combat that, they've come up with a different type of rubber to put on this boot that's going to give you the durability that you need and also the traction in that cold weather. And it's just a really cool system that now this is my second pair of boots from Schnees that I've been testing this out on, and I really like it. It's just a great thing. Moving up from the bottom of the boot, we're going to get to the midsole here. And what you're going to find here is a 7mm poly midsole. And that's a really cool kind of a new thing, steps away from the old steel shank boots and everything. And what it does is it provides stability but also flexibility. So that's going to give you your torsional stability when you're going out here on all this uneven terrain, when you're side hilling, going up and down and over rocks and all that. What it's going to do is protect your foot. It's going to keep it secure, and it's going to help you with your foot fatigue, and it's going to keep you walking and moving through the woods all day. So it's a really cool design by Schnees, and you know, it's just one more advantage into stepping up into a higher quality pair of boots. Up from there, what we're going to find is the lacing system. And you know, loose boots, they cause blisters, they cause everything, and so you always want to have your boots tight. And what I really like about these boots is they've got a ball bearing inside of these first four lacing systems here. So oftentimes with the other style of lace, you know, you can really cinch these top parts of the boot down, but it's always kind of been a little bit of a trick to get the bottom end tight around your foot. And having these ball bearings in here just lets those laces flow right through the eyelets, and it really lets you sink that boot down on your foot and make sure it's good and secure, which is going to help you out just a ton in the blister department and everything else. Moving up through there, you're going to have you know, a standard lacing system all the way comes up to the top of this 9-inch boot, and then we're going to dive inside. So the first thing to talk about when we go inside of this boot is going to be this E-vent lining. And we're all familiar with Gore-Tex, and that's a product that's used in a lot of boots, and Schnees has their own version here, which is the E-vent lining. It's been proven to be more breathable than Gore-Tex, and in my experience with it, with a separate pair of boots that I've used, it is fantastic. What it means is the water stays out, but your sweat evaporates out through it. So you're going to step through the creeks and the puddles and the wet snow, and you're going to be out there, but your feet are going to be staying dry, and the sweat that you create is going to be leaking out, coming out of the pores there. So just a great membrane that really just kind of helps to pull this boot together. Underneath that membrane, you're going to find 200 grams of Thinsulate, which is a really good, for me, my feet are naturally pretty hot, so I generally buy uninsulated boots anyways. So that 200 grams of Thinsulate is just that next step. It's a great deal for a guy who's moving. If you're on the move and you're hunting, you know, every now and again you got to stop and you got to do some glassing, or you got to go wait for that bull or that buck to move into the area that you need him to get into. And so you can do that with this boot. You got enough protection for, you know, a small amount of time in some cold weather to keep your feet warm, and then you get back up and you keep moving. So it's a really versatile boot that's going to carry you through the long parts of the season, which is a really cool feature of this boot. The only shortcoming of this boot that I can talk about is the insole itself. What I've done is replace that with a super feet insole. I do that with all the boots that I buy anyways. You know, it's not necessarily company specific. I've got high-end boots from many different companies, and I always replace the insoles anyways. Schnees is no different. It might feel good for your foot, but me, I prefer to put an aftermarket insole in myself. But anyways, this is just it's a great boot. If you are in the market for a pair of boots, you should definitely check this out. Stick with us at iReviewGear.com for more reviews, and go check out this Schnees granite boot. You won't be sorry. Thanks a lot, guys.